Hey, I'm Mindy the Inquisitive Mom, and maybe you're like me and you've made a lot of valiant attempts at victory rolls. You've watched the videos, you have curled your hair, and you've tried rolling it up, and it just doesn't look the way that you want. I wanted to learn how to make victory rolls to wear with the vintage hats and headbands that I started collecting. And I watched a lot of videos and I would do curls. I've learned how to make pin curls. I would sleep in them. I would go and try to make my victory roll, and a lot of times they kind of fell flat. I felt like I just couldn't get that volume and kind of attitude to my victory rolls that I wanted. So I have been practicing them for quite a while. I'm no expert, but I do enjoy figuring out how to do different kinds of victory rolls, and I especially have a fun feature on Instagram called Hat Sunday. You can see it by doing hashtag Hat Sunday as a search on Instagram, and you can see my past pictures. A lot of times I get dressed up for church, and I create a fun hairstyle, and I wear a hat. So in the process of posting those pictures, I've had different people ask me, what is it that you're doing? I try to make victory rolls, and it's a huge challenge, and I'm never successful. Well, I will say that I found that the essential thing I had to do was find the right products. So a lot of times with modern hairstyles, we're sort of used to things being smooth and shiny, and we use products and things to get our hair to look that way. Retro hairstyling is a little bit different because you will soon find that backcombing is not 1985 like you thought, it's 1945. Because in order to get the volume and the look that you want, you have to kind of have messy hair. And then after you've gotten the style that you want, that is when you use the tricks to smooth it down and give it that finished styling. So initially, one of the things that's ideal for doing vintage hair, especially victory rolls, is if you curl your hair first. So you can do that by doing pin curls and sleeping on them, doing curlers. I especially like steam curlers, or even using your curling iron. I have kind of the least amount of success with that, but I have a lot of hair. It takes me a long time. So the key I've found to getting the kind of curls that you want that have a real staying power and that you can comb out to get kind of that fluffy look if you want, is to use either a foaming wrap lotion. So I like this one. It's called Motions Extra Firm Hold Foaming Wrap Lotion. And this is a mousse, basically, that you put into your hand and you put throughout your hair before you curl it. So I find this to be really great, especially if I'm low on time and I just need to get something to hold the curls and I'm working really quickly. I prefer, if I have time, to use this Lay Right grooming spray. And as you're doing your curls, it takes a little bit more time because you're actually going to spray the strand right before you curl it. And then you're going to put your curl in. And you'll find that these will give your curls a lot more staying power and make it so that your hair, especially if you have fine or smooth natural hair, that it will help kind of you get that grip that you need. Also, a lot of times the curls look great. They're a great companion with your victory rolls. But I'm going to be real with you. I sometimes want victory rolls on a Wednesday morning, like today, and I just don't have time to curl my hair. So I'm fairly lucky because my natural hair there's a lot of it, and it's not curly, and it's not straight. So if I use like my second or third day hair, it's pretty messy. It already has product in it. I can make this work for a victory roll for me. So if you want to cheat, don't limit yourself to only doing victory rolls for special occasions because you think, oh my gosh, I have to first curl my hair and I just don't have time for it. Okay, so that is the first thing that you're going to want to do. Now, the second tip that I have is to get one of these. This is a spore net, and it's called the Little Wonder number 111. And it's got these kind of rough and soft bristles. And what I use this to do is back comb my hair. Now in this tutorial, I'm not going to do really detailed step-by-steps for victory rolls. If you're interested, I would love to, I don't know, give the best tips I can for making victory rolls. But for today, I'm just going to kind of show you what you need to be prepared to make victory rolls. So what this brush does for me, so say I want to do a pretty far side part here for myself with my victory roll, right? So I've got my hair, and I've got to move my glasses because it makes it too hard for me to grab all the hair that I need. Now you're probably going to want to be more precise, but since we're just doing kind of a quick example here, a lot of people like to, you know, use a comb to get themselves the perfect divide. But since I wear hats and stuff a lot, I actually don't necessarily need that perfection. So what you're going to do is use this, and I know you think, oh no, back combing, but you're going to actually back comb the front and the back. And then I have pretty long hair, so I actually go pretty far in. And what that does is it helps give me that volume that I need in there to get the height that I want for my victory rolls, okay? So when you go to make the victory roll, you're pulling your hair off to the side, and you're gonna put a little roll at the end, and then you're gonna just basically tuck and roll, and it's harder when your hair gets longer, and you're gonna tuck and roll all the way, all the way, all the way up, okay? So there's different kinds of victory rolls that you can make. You know, you can achieve different looks. But I like on me to have kind of a lot of height right here in the front. You can do a middle part, you could do a victory roll here and a victory roll here, but I'm just gonna kind of simplify. Now, the second thing that you need for success in making victory rolls, and now of course, I can't find them, are bobby pins. Get yourself the big box of bobby pins. You're going to be wearing these a lot. You're going to be wearing a lot of them. You're going to ruin some of them by using them to hold your hair or your hats. And you're going to start finding them all over your house. So you want them to always have these soft tips so they're not hurting your head. And when these come off, I just usually toss them or save them for securing hats. So you're going to use quite a few bobby pins, especially if you have heavy hair like me. Your hair is going to want to fall. So you've got your bobby pins in, and then the next thing that you're going to want is just one of these soft brushes. What this soft bristle brush allows me to do is go back through and comb my roll so that it's smoothed out, and I've got, you know, I don't want that texture to be my dominant texture where it's been, you know, all brushed back. And so then after I have that smooth, this Lay Right pomade is awesome. So you just use a little bit. You do not need a lot. Just use a little bit. Rub it into your hands, and then you're going to smooth out that roll for yourself, okay? You're gonna smooth it out, and that will give you that nice finished polished look. Now what this is also good for, say I have curled my hair and I have kind of those tighter curls, and then I brush them all out with this brush to give it that kind of classic vintage look where it's more combed out here and then you have all these curls at the bottom. You can put this pomade in those curls and it will give them this finished look and help them hold. So those are the main products I use, and then now this is not the most eco-friendly choice, and I'm still trying to find one that has a good hold, but I have had a lot of success with this L-Net satin. It has a really great hold on it, right? And it doesn't make your hair feel stiff. And when it's humid, I live in Iowa and humidity is crazy here. It can stand up against humidity, and it's just a really great spray. And so I would spray this on, and that would help me hold the look in a way that I want. I can finish this look with this bow, and then I have a couple other options. You know, I'm not necessarily trying to have a look that's exactly a replica of Bomb Girls. So I'm actually okay with letting my hair naturally fall a little bit wavy or straight. Another option I have would be to, you know, put the hair up in the back, and that's, you know, or make a ponytail. You know, those are kind of the solutions I have for that everyday styling of a victory roll, because, you know, I just don't have time to be constantly curling my hair, right? So, and I would kind of I can still kind of mess with this after I've put product in to get it to be a little bit more, with a little bit more lift in a way that I want it. And one thing I think that is really important is that a lot of times I don't get the victory roll I want the very first time. So a lot of times I will roll it and go to pin it, and it doesn't pin the way I want. So I'll undo it and I'll try it again. So it might take me 2 or 3 times to get the roll that I want. So victory rolls, you know, this is not a product, but the other thing that you really need to be successful is patience. I hope that this tutorial was helpful. In my blog post, I'll be adding links to these products and their names and just a synopsis of what we talked about here. You can always find me at theinquisitivemom.com, and I'm on Instagram as The Inquisitive Mom. So I would love to hear if these products helped you and if you'd be interested in a more detailed tutorial on how to make a victory roll. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.